Let me tell you what really happened. Somebody paid Alicia Macias to move in and get me kicked out of my place. I don't think you understand how serious this is. She came in and her boyfriend would not stop trying to get my son to get my number. I said, because they wanted to walk to the park. They wanted to go to the park while Alicia Macias was at work. I said, let me have Alicia's number to check with her if it's okay. And Jaden kept running back and forth saying, let's go to the park, let's go to the park, let's go to the park. I said, I don't have her number. I'm not going to the park. So finally, Jaden comes back with a number. I text Alicia one time while she's at work. I said, hey, is it okay if we walk to the park? She says, no, it can wait till I get off. That is all I've ever talked to her. A week later, they wanted to walk to the park together at 5 o'clock at night. I said, no, maybe next time. They said they got angry. The next thing I know, my window's busted. There's maggots in my home. They had fishing rods in the back of their truck along the same time that there's maggots spread out all over my house within a 2-hour time frame of me being gone. Maggots. Where do you get those from? So because I said no to walking to the park, all of a sudden I've slept with her husband, which wasn't true. I have maggots in my home. I have my car window busted. And I go to get my kids' food. I come home with my window just crashed out. I tell my kids, they're screaming from our door to their kids, asking to play. I went like this to my kids and I said, don't talk to them. That's it. She says, what? Runs over across the parking lot and goes to hit me. And I'm literally have my hands like this, backing up. She threw a fist. I dropped to the floor. Her mom jumps in and rips my hair out while she's bashing my face in. My kids text my sister Melissa, Mom's getting beat up or jumped outside. Alicia did that in front of my children. And then I sent my kids to California because it was unsafe for them to be there while those tenants were there. And one of the days, while my kids were gone and I was hurting and mourning, they're starting trouble with another neighbor named Bobby. They've already scratched friends of Shan's car. They're starting problems with a neighbor named Bobby, about to bust his face in. And I literally go to leave. And as I'm driving by, she says, that's why you can't keep your kids, B. I got out and I said, don't ever talk about my kids. If you want to hit me, but don't ever talk about my kids. And she broke my face that day. She has not gotten charged for any of these things. I was not the only person that she had a problem with, and I lived there 4 years in comparison to them living there 2 months. And the day that she said I harassed her, it was one day the kids were playing outside. I asked for a cigarette. One day, I asked for a cigarette while her husband was giving her dad a haircut. He gave me a cigarette. I'm sorry if you're that subliminal that you can't handle me asking for a cigarette because you're boyfriend's name is Clarence. You have problems in your brain if you cannot just look the other way and think normally. But I ask for a cigarette, and when I go to leave, because my vape was out, it was done. Like, I needed a new vape. When I go to leave, I give everybody a side hug. And when I go to give her a side hug, she backs away like this. I don't like hugs. And I said, okay. And left. That is not harassment. I don't think y'all understand the severity of these people coming in to my life to cause problems and what it caused. And then I was stalked multiple times after that. At football games, at Sefco, at Walmart, a little tea store. She was just waiting. She wanted so badly for another fight to break out. I don't think you understand. This was such a setup, it was ridiculous. I got along with my neighbors, a majority of them, 4 years with a camera up.